Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be jumping into Bitcoin because some important stuff are happening both on the macro and the short term. Guys, as always, I'm going to surprise you with some very interesting stuff. So stick until the end of this video. I have a guest with us today. His name is Andy Bitcoin Senses. Of course, you know him. He's a legend. He's a master technical analyst. He's got much more experience than me. So Andy, thank you so much for coming on. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you, Crypto Kid. It's always a pleasure to come on your channel. It's been a long time since we haven't done this, but yeah, I mean, your channel is absolutely exploding. Your knowledge is just, exploding as well. So super happy for you. And yeah, I'm happy to be here to share a little bit of my knowledge on your channel.
Awesome. So I'm not going to keep Andy waiting for long. Andy's got some very cool charts to share with us. So yeah. Andy, would you mind sharing your charts for the audience, please?
Yes,
and guys,
sir.
While Andy's doing that, we also recorded a video over on Andy's channel. So if you want to check out my analysis, you can go over to Andy's channel. And of course, watch this video until the end because Andy's analysis is just something else. So Andy, please go ahead with it. I'm going to shut up now.
Okay. We're not going to go too fancy with, indicators. I'm just going to keep it a little bit simple. So the overall, audience understands a little bit where we're currently at, in this cycle. So if we do take a comparison of the latest cycle back in, 2018, 2019, when we entered the bear market, right now, what's happening to Bitcoin, I think a lot of people know already, we are hitting the strongest resistance line, level that we've had, for ages. It's the strongest level, as it was a huge support back in 2021 and 2022, as you can see here where I'm drawing, right? It's just such an important level where we've already failed to break it once, which was in April, as you can see here on the chart. And right now we've been consolidating at this $30,000 range for weeks. It's basically the huge neckline from 2021 and 2022. So something similar happened on the latest cycle, okay? Nothing moves the same, all right, but it's very similar. And back in 2018, 2019, we had the strongest neckline here, which was around about the $6,000 range, where then we had the aggressive breakdown, as you can see. So very similar breakdown that happened back here in June of 2022, where we broke from that neckline. So we had a consolidation, which was the bottom back in 2019 at the 3,500 range, recovered. We consolidated here for a few weeks, and then we smashed that level. I think something similar is happening right now because we are just consolidating at this range and we're just building up a massive, reaccumulation phase where with the price is likely to explode in the coming weeks. Because one of the main reasons there is data on this where there is actually no distribution. There's no major selling pressure at these levels for the last few weeks. And you can see that on, on different metrics. Such as, Glassnode, there's, all other different platforms that, share the actual, distribution and accumulation phases on Bitcoin. And that is basically what is happening here at the moment. Of course, this does not mean that we could go down to 28K, 27K. And this is what I'm going to talk about right here, looking at the lower time frames. So, when we do zoom in here on, lower time frames, of course, we do have the weekly time frame where we do have a potential hammer formation this week. Of course, the price action would have to recover in the next coming days to go to $30,000. That would be an insane hammer for a potential reversal to the upside. So from this downtrend that we've had. But when we go to the lower timeframes, such as, first of all, we're going to the daily, saying, with these higher lows, as you can see, macro higher lows, I think you're very much aware of this as well. You're talking about this. It's likely, in my personal opinion, that we will not break beneath this uptrend that we're having here for the last few months since January. So we're likely to, $27,000 range is that biggest support level, as it is the 618 Fibonacci from the last pivot low of the pump to the pivot high. 618 Fibonacci is also with this higher low support trend line. So it's round about that zone at 27K, 27,200. I would say that would be the ultimate support level. If we reach there, okay, I mean, if we reach there, I think, this consolidation, I think that there is a high chance that we could actually recover from here and have another attempt in the next coming days to break above 31,500, which is the high, right, from this last few days, 31,800 to be more exact. So this breakdown has been very, very poor in volume, okay? If we do analyze the 1 hourly time frame and just go really simple on this, if we do take a look at the value area from this entire trading range, the value area low of this range, which was massive support the last few days here in July, actually the last couple of weeks, 29,800 range bouncing the value area low here of volume. The breakdown was, you know, it didn't have a huge amount of volume. It's very low in volume. And when you break out from such a support level that you have been consolidating for several weeks, you want a capitulation phase, right? You want the price action to actually have a massive, huge drop. And this drop is telling me that, hey, there's actually no selling pressure there. You know, the bears haven't got enough power to break much lower. So I think, you know, the recovery can be absolutely huge. And just before, you know, I want to go through DXY. There is a lot of negative correlation between DXY and Bitcoin. And basically DXY looks like it's forming a descending wedge scenario. However, I do think that a big major drop is still yet to come for the DXY, as we had a huge support on the DXY at the 100 level here the last few months. All right, this is February, April of 2023. Big support at that level that broke down and is acting as resistance, as you can see on the chart. I expect a decent pullback in the coming weeks for the DXY, because this support is massive resistance. And I do think that we are going to test the support of this descending wedge, all right, in the coming weeks. And this is going to trigger Bitcoin, of course, to go to $35,000 and even $40,000 in the weeks to come. Okay. That is what I personally think here. It's just very, very likely to happen. I think we've got a high probability. So yeah, that's my personal opinion there.
I just want to say, wow. I mean, that was some pretty hardcore, incredible analysis. So Andy's an awesome analyst, guys. If you know, definitely it's awesome to have a different outlook of analysts to see what they see, what their perspectives are in the market.
Sure.
So guys, make sure to check out Andy's channel. He does this again daily also. So after you finish watching my videos, you may also go ahead and watch as I give you permission for that. I'm just joking. But yeah, Andy's awesome. I'll leave his channel link in the description below. And guys, also remember, before I jump into my view of what I think of Andy's analysis, which is perfect, but I just want to mention a couple of things that I found very interesting. Just head over to Andy's channel. And guys, make sure to, if you want to trade Bitcoin or any other altcoins, you can head over to Bitflex using the second link in the description below. That's where I personally trade on derivatives. And if you want to also use a second exchange, because of course, keeping your money on one exchange or trading on one exchange is never ideal. You want to diversify your risk. You can also go over to Bybit using the first link in the description below. And you can get a nice deposit bonus. But the thing that I found most interesting about Andy's analysis is that currently, I believe the $30,200 area is actually one of the biggest accumulation zones for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think we're at such a critical moment right now. The Bollinger Bands are squeezing both on the daily and weekly timeframes. I am sure of a huge move that is about to come. And I completely agree with Andy's targets also. I think they are fabulous. And make sure, guys, to watch the video I did with Andy to see my analysis too. But I completely agree with Andy's analysis. If you want some more fundamental stuff, go back and watch the FOMC stream I made yesterday. At least the first half an hour of it. We discussed some very mainstream topics too. But the final thing that I want to ask Andy before we finish up this video is, what do you think about Dogecoin, bro? Because Elon, he's trying to integrate it right into X.com or Twitter or whatever you want to call it. I think inevitably it's going to increase in price. This is my personal thought, but I really want to get your views on Dogecoin. What do you think about it?
Absolutely. I mean, I'll share the screen just to do some, again, basic analysis. Of course, I like basic analysis when I do collaborations, because then, you know, the wider audience, you know, kind of understands the perspective. But I go a little bit more technical and with fancy indicators as well on my channel. But, you know, when we're doing collabs, you know, it's better, I think, to do, you know, a bit of more basic and on macro understanding, I think, for the wider audience. So rule number one, Dogecoin is the king of meme coins and is not going anywhere. It's going to be here for the next coming years and potentially decades, of course. So, and it's, you know, it's brought a big attention to a lot of people. Elon Musk, you know, he's behind it big time. I think he could be doing some crazy stuff behind Dogecoin, you know, accepting it as payments or whatever. You know, there's just so much speculation. And, you know, Elon Musk, I got to say, he's a bit of a crazy guy. You know, he's been doing some crazy stuff the last few years. Very smart guy, of course, nevertheless. You know, we don't really know, what could happen with Dogecoin. Overall, it's the number one meme coin. It's the king of the meme coins. It's like, you know, Bitcoin's the king of crypto and Dogecoin is the king of meme coins inside of the crypto space. So at the moment, looking at the chart here, okay, just keeping it really simple and basic, You know, the levels where you don't want to buy or sell, well, basically when you're massive, if you have been buying Dogecoin for the last few years, when there's a massive spike hype like this, you obviously want to try and sell as you're moving up. And, you know, you want to start buying as soon as the price gets to an exhaustion level, right? This happens on every asset, on every crypto, on everything in the world, basically, right? A chart is a chart on anything. And this is massive exhaustion that has been happening for over a year right now. This is clearly an accumulation zone that's been happening for months and months. So no doubt that a big spike on Dogecoin will happen, whether that is in the next coming weeks or the next coming months. We don't have an exact timing. It might take another, 18 months till the next real bull market. But overall, this is just such a classic accumulation zone where the selling pressure has got exhausted, and we're finding a really solid base here at the 6-7 cents level. There's no secret to that. It's exactly really, really simple analysis. If you do take a look at the history of Dogecoin, there was a huge, massive spike here also back in 2017, and you can see this sideways action. You find a base, and the base right now for Dogecoin is round about that 6-7 cent level. And this base, in 2019, 2020, back in the day, it was a fraction of a cent, right? And you can see it though. It's a base, the selling pressure is over, you have little spikes, but you have a really solid base, and then you enter that market massive, hype cycle. I think Dogecoin is here to stay. Elon is behind it. It's the king meme coin. Right now, we have formed the base, which is a great level of accumulation, in my personal opinion, that could last for months and months and months till we get the massive cycle. Okay, so there's no real timing. What I do know that the base is in, which is round about that 6 cent zone.
Wow, man, that is incredible analysis. Again, I completely agree with every single word you said. I'm a hodler of Dogecoin. It's got a little bit more sentimental value to me. I mean, I love the project. I love that Elon's behind it, but Dogecoin is actually one of the reasons why I got into crypto at first. So it actually has a lot of sentimental value to me. That is why I do buy and hold it very oftenly. I try to buy like at least every week Dogecoin. So with just some little money, because it's got that sentimental value to me. But man, this has been one banger of a video. Thank you so much, Andy, for all of your very, very precious analysis. Again, I'm going to link Andy's channel in the description, in the link below. I'll link it everywhere. So guys, make sure to subscribe to Andy. And everyone, thank you so much for watching. I think it's been a beautiful video. I just love making collabs with people that are just so incredible. And of course, at a higher level than me in terms of experience, in terms of knowledge. I love to learn also. I learned a lot there from Andy. So thank you so much for coming on. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video, and hope to see you guys in the next video very soon. Take care, everyone, and bye-bye.